So then the Bernie person stood up and said, no, we need to have, I can also do translation, whatever. But so anyway, so then the president of the Caucus said, well, we don't have a translator. But the sad thing about this is that some of the organizers were shouting English only, and this is bad. And the thing about this...
What kind of Bernie organizers?
Yeah, the Bernie organizers.
Would that make you feel?
Well, that makes me feel bad. We have fought for many, many decades so that we can have bilingual translations and to have people's rights respected. And when you have a critical issue like an election, like this one was, and you have many casino workers that are citizen immigrants that don't speak English language, I mean, it would just be just a matter of respect that you have translations for them.
How does that reflect on Sanders as a candidate?
Well, it's kind of a crash and burn strategy. I mean, you know, it's like if you can't have it our way, then we shouldn't have it. We shouldn't have it at all. And not that it's like the right to those workers. And I think it's very insulting.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
What do you think should happen?
I think more and more the Latino community needs to know who Bernie Sanders is, you know, because I think that he's kind of been not really known to the Latino community, and I think that people are out there now organizing and trying to make it appear that Bernie is good for the Latino community. As a matter of fact, he's been an absentia over all of these years. I've been active since I was like 25 years old. I'm going to be 86 in a couple of months, and I just needed to say, pardon me? I think that definitely Mr. Sanders should talk to his people. They're very aggressive, they're very belligerent, and all of our encounters that we've had with them, I think he needs to talk to his people and say, we've got to show some respect. And it's not about attacking the other side, it's about getting our message out to people, you know, and being respectful. You know, we're all members of the Democratic Party, and it's not like we're on opposite sides. And even then, when we go against the Republicans, we need to be respectful. You know, this does not show the true side of what we should be as all of us as citizens and people who really want to make our country, you know, a better country.
Did Latinos
Dolores.
vote for Hillary today?
Pardon me?
Did Latinos vote for Hillary today?
Did they vote for her? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So many of the casino workers are Latinos. They were there in force for Hillary. And not only the Latino workers, the Asian workers also, the Filipino workers, and the workers that were there in force for Hillary Clinton.
Dolores, solo una cosita, ¿puedes repetir en español cómo te sientes por los insultos?
Bueno, yo me siento que la gente de Bernie Sanders no respeta a nuestra comunidad y eso lo mostraron en un modo muy visible, ¿no? Al momento que ellos le privaron a la gente que tuviera una traducción en una cosa tan importante como estas elecciones de las juntas, los casos que se están haciendo, ellos están mostrando en realidad su mano, ¿no? Como que no nos respetan, ellos nomás. A mí me gusta decir que nomás vienen a ver en los parques no tienen dudas, ¿no? Es lo que está haciendo Bernie Sanders, porque nunca ha sido visible ni presente con nosotros en todas las luchas que hemos tenido para la reforma de migración, por los derechos civiles de los latinos. Y se me hace que muchos de las personas que trabajan con Bernie pues tampoco no tienen esa historia y no saben respetar.
Gracias.
What do you say today? Today's events cast doubt on Senator Sanders' commitment to civil rights for new Americans?
I think it's, you know, we've been working on civil rights myself for the last 60-some years, you know, since I was 25 years old. I'm going to be 86 in a couple of months. And so all of my life I have been working for the civil rights, not only for Latinos, but for African Americans and Asians, Filipinos, etc. And so it's not something that you can just come to the table and say, okay, now I'm going to start working for the we love to have you at the table, but where have you been? Where have you been for the last 60 years when all of us were going to jail and, you know, marching and doing all this protesting, especially on immigration reform? You know, all of us, we had the biggest marches ever in 2006, and we had millions of people on the street for immigration reform. And Bernie Sanders, instead of joining with us in 2007, actually voted against the immigration bill that Senator Kennedy, that Hillary Clinton, and even Senator McCain at that point in time was at the table. And that was a very crucial moment that we could have won immigration reform because we had a majority in both the Senate and in the House, and instead of helping us, he went against us.
So what is your advice to the undocumented folks that are like leading Bernie's campaign? What is your message to them?
I think that a lot of the young people, and I know this personally because I know a lot of them that are really engaged in Bernie Sanders, they don't know the history. and they believe what Bernie is saying. And I think Bernie's message in many respects is a good message, but we really got to look at his history. He's been in the Congress for 26 years. We have to say, what has he done, not only for the country, but what has he done in that period of time for our community. You know, Hillary Clinton has been there from day one, from the time that she got out of law school, when she was out there in South Texas, registering Latino voters door to door, going with the Children's Defense Fund. She was the first one to have a conference with children of color, you know, when she was a senator from New York. So she's been there. She's done that. And it's easy, talk is cheap. No, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
So saying one thing and making it happen are two different things. So that's what we've got to realize. A lot of I want to say to a lot of the young supporters of Bernie Sanders, let's look at the history, okay? Let's look at the experience and see who our true friends are.
So are you hoping today marks a major turning point in that, you know, in that Nevada is the first more diverse state to cast votes?
And I think that Hillary supporters are going to go even longer. Just when people start learning that history, right? Learning that history of what Hillary has done, and the fact that Bernie has not been there with us, and like they say in Spanish, vienen a ver el nopal cuando tiene tunas, and you know, they come to visit the cactus when it says fruit, and that's what Bernie's doing now.